Heading down. Hey, dog. Heading down to the chicken house. If I could do one thing different, I would have had it closer to the house. But this was an overwintering house that we used to keep perennials and trees in, and we've got a bigger overwintering house that's closer to water and closer to the road, so we've been keeping all the trees and perennials in there. So this thing was empty, so this became the overwintering house for the birds. During the summer they go out. We got an electric net goes around, gives them a little bit of a pasture. Yeah, this is a pretty nice way to keep birds in the winter. It's covered with white poly, and we just bed it, deep bedding with shavings. Yeah, they seem to like it in here. It's quite a bit warmer than it is outside. Yeah, we don't have much problem with frozen eggs in here. We collect twice a day, but very rarely. You know, if it's 20 below or something, you might find a frozen egg or two, but I gotta do something better for a roost in here. That's embarrassing. But we kind of just threw this thing together when winter came because we needed a place for them. Yeah, so a word on the plastic that we have on that greenhouse. There's a reason why we use white plastic. So that's white and it's 40% shade. If you use clear plastic, it's going to have wild temperature swings. So if you go with those greenhouses we were walking past to get to the chicken house, you go in there on a cold January day, and the sun is out shining, a beautiful sunshiny day. It could be 80, 90 degrees inside one of them greenhouses. And you might think, boy, that'd be nice for the birds, but it wouldn't, because you're going to have wild temperature swings. Have it get up to 90 degrees during the day and get down to 10 below zero at night. Wild temperature swings are not good for keeping animals healthy. And you'd also start running into some serious condensation problems. We get away with not having much for ventilation in those things because it's so darn cold right now. And that 40% shade white plastic, it makes a microclimate and it keeps it warmer than outside, but it doesn't keep it unnaturally warm. And when it starts warming up, then we're going to have to start having the front door open and really making sure that they got enough bedding in there. Bed them a lot more, have the door open. I do plan on putting framing up a exhaust fan for the back of the house. So I could just frame that in there with boards, put an exhaust fan in there. And then if you wanted to, if you got a nice warm snap and you wanted better ventilation, you could open the front up a little bit, run that exhaust fan and draw fresh air through. And we're probably going to do that anyway, because that is where we keep the birds in the summertime too, except the door's always open and they spend all their time outside. For the most part, they only go in there at night. And by then it's not. We ran them in there last year all summer long and didn't have any issues. It didn't get too hot or anything. The house is surrounded by 3 strands of hot wire, and then the yard for them in the summertime is electro net. So we can even get away with leaving the front door open in the wintertime. We don't have to lock them in because they'd have to get through the electro net to get in the door. Well, you know, except for birds of prey and stuff. But on a hot day, you're just going to take your chances, roll the dice, and see what happens. But I wanted to mention something about the plastic because I've had people ask me, why don't you use clear plastic? And I don't think that would be a very good idea.